What's going on, guys? College Lefty Gaming, and in this video I have for you guys a friendly gameplay versus Wumpy, a supporter of the stream. I hope you guys enjoy. So the team we're going to be rolling with is an all left-handed bat squad. It's going to be Babe Ruth, Ken Griffey Jr., Duke Snider, Kyle Schwarber, Stan Musial, Chase Utley, Chris Davis, and Corey Seager. I was going to rock all lefties in the rotation, but I didn't want to spend the stubs on Kershaw and Chris Sale because I am saving up for that Luis Gonzalez. But I did have CC Sabathia in there as well as Cole Hamel, so I did have a couple lefties in there. Unfortunately, we drew Nolan Ryan, which my plan was if I did get a right-handed pitcher, I was going to only go 3 innings with him and then try to bring in a lefty for the rest of the game. But Wumpy had my created player drawn as his starting pitcher, just a glitch in the game. He actually had Mike Soroka on the mound, just a glitch in the pregame loading screen. But here he's got his Chase Utley at the plate, hits a ground ball to Chase Utley. Chase Utley makes the play. And yeah, I mean, Wumpy's a good player. He's been a supporter of the stream as well as he's been a subscriber for a while now, and he's always interacting with the chat. And I've seen him many times, so I definitely wanted to get a game in with him. I have been playing a lot of viewer games on stream lately, and he has never got a chance to play, even though he's entered just about every time I've done viewer games. He's never got a chance, and that's going to be the trend coming up with the channel. Is I'm just going to look to play some people that have been following the channel for a while, as well as haven't never got a chance to play, or if we have, it's only been one time, and that was, you know, a while back or whatnot. I just want to get a chance to play a bunch of people that support the stream and follow the stream as well, because if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be able to play right now. So I want to give back to you guys. You guys have helped me out a lot with the channel as well, and it's just my way of giving back to you guys. And I mean, we can both play the game. I know there's some problems going on with some people are having trouble, some people aren't. So anyway, if you are having trouble and we have not got a chance to play yet, hit me up on Twitter. The link to that will be in the description, as well as I'll pin it in the comments. But hit me up on that, PSN, whatever the case is. I'll try to respond to everybody. I do try to respond to everybody's comments and everything. But anyway, let's get into this gameplay. There I was able to hit a back-to-back home runs there. That pitch there to Duke Snider was below the zone, and then the pitch to Kyle Schwarber was a little bit above the zone. Just got the PCI on it with good timing. Those guys have great power. I do like hitting a lot better with lefty bats. This was actually an idea that was given to me from a friend, Cougs for Life, who's also a supporter of the stream. And he kind of told me, he's like, you should use all left-handed hitters. I'm like, dude, that sounds like a great idea. I'm going to do that. And that's what we're doing today. But yeah, that Chris Davis was an animal for me when I used him. That Orioles Team Epic Chris Davis, the Diamond one, absolute animal when I used him in ranked seasons before I got some of these Immortal cards. And that's kind of what I was using. I used a lot of these Team Epic cards, a lot of these, you know, cheaper guys before I did unlock these Immortal cards. And that was my strategy. That was just my plan. But anyway, he's hitting a double out there with Mark Trumbo, and that brings up Justin Bohr. And Justin Bohr might as well be a gold Babe Ruth in this game. There, I was able to get him a strikeout. But Justin Bohr, he's a great card, man. That gold card, if you look at his stats, he's almost better than the gold Babe Ruth. But Wumpy has Gary Carter up with 2 outs. He has a chance to score that run with the base hit, but he does fly out to Griffey. Had a pretty good pitch to hit there, pretty good swing on it. Just maybe got a little bit under it. Maybe just didn't get the result he was looking for. There, I mean, I got a cheap hit. That was an early swing on an outside pitch. I pulled it down the first base line. I didn't think I would been able to get to second base on that one, so I just held up. And I also didn't think I should have even got that hit to begin with. There, that might have been that was a better hit than the previous one there with Corey Seager. I did purchase that Corey Seager before this game. I hadn't really tried him out too much. I did try him out in BR, but I hadn't really used him in ranked seasons. But he did get a hit for me there. Stan Musial popped it up. I had Stan as the leadoff hitter in this situation, just because I wanted to have Griffey 2 and Babe Ruth 3. I wanted to, I didn't want him to be able to pitch around the lefties, even if he did bring in a lefty later in the game, which I thought he might. And I mean, who wouldn't with an all-lefty lineup there? I popped up with Ken Griffey Jr. And then this will be the last inning of Nolan Ryan's work here. I didn't want to use him too much, and not that I didn't want to use him. I just wanted to use some other guys that I had. I want to use my full bullpen. I probably should have threw in a couple more lefties into the bullpen just in case, because I did only have 3, and I figured I could maybe go 3 innings with Nolan Ryan and then mix in those other guys for the rest of the game. But I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do that as we went on here, because the pitch counts for, I mean, if the pitch count gets up there for any reliever, then I'm not going to be able to go multiple innings with them. It's just the way the game is. Once the reliever gets in the yellow stamina, the PCI gets bigger, it becomes easier to hit. and you just have to be extremely careful there. That's why having a rested bullpen is extremely important when you go up against somebody, say in ranked seasons for World Series or even Championship Series. If you have a rested bullpen, then you're going to have a better chance to win that game, just because no matter what, if you have to take out your starter in the second inning, then you'll have green stamina for every guy no matter what, as long as you don't overwarm them up. I feel like that's the case sometimes too in shorter inning games like BR events. If you warm up your pitcher too early, then he'll come in tired already, and if you don't warm him up at all, then he definitely comes in tired. Here with Schwarber, I didn't think that was deep enough to score Duke Snider. Duke Snider, I got that double earlier in the inning, and he already has a homer in this game. Duke Snider's been one of my best hitters, and there Chris Davis, that no doubter animation is absolutely beautiful. If only he could still hit like that in real life. I mean, I know he's really struggling, and he's making a lot of money while he is struggling. Some Orioles fans are not too happy about that, but that is the case. I mean, that's what happens when you hit 50 homers in a season or 2 seasons in a row, and people want you. They feel that you're worth that amount of money, and then if you don't perform, that's what happens. We've seen it in the past for years. But there, Joey Gallo makes a rare error. He's usually an immortal out there with stellar defense, even though it is in the 60s. He plays center field, and he usually does it without a problem. He's got a pretty good arm out there as well. There, Corey Seager sends one deep off the wall. I thought it could have been a ground rule double. For whatever reason, he wasn't running to second anyway, and Chase Utley was not rounding third. I didn't think I could score him anyway. At the same time, I shouldn't even been on base at this point. There was an error in the inning. I got a cheap hit. I just didn't feel like I should be on base. But if it was a ranked game, I might have taken a different approach. But at the same time, I'm playing a friendly game. This is a good friend of mine in the stream. I don't want to score that way, if that makes sense. I don't want to take the extra base. If I was losing, then I might try to tie up the game in that situation or take the lead. I probably could have pinch hit for Nolan Ryan in that situation, because I was going to take him out after that inning anyway, but I didn't want to, I wouldn't have normally done that in a ranked. I would have kept him in. So I wanted to play this game how I normally would have, but I also, at the same time, I didn't want to score. I didn't want to score on that error to center field. I felt like I should have been out of the inning. I probably could have just gave him the out. That's another thing to do. But at the same time, I wanted Wumpy to know that I was trying in this game. I was really trying to play with all lefties for the most part. I mean, minus a couple pitchers. But I was trying to play with all lefty bats and give him a good challenge, give him a good game. And there, I thought I got that one with Stan Musial. Went the other way with it. He does have a lot better power versus lefties. But that one did not quite have enough to get out of here. I kind of take you guys through a little bit more of the at-bats later on in this game as well. I didn't want to just show point of contact, as I do a lot of the time, where I just show you guys the action of the game. He brought in Jake McGee at this point to face a couple of these lefties, which I thought he was going to do. And I didn't tell Wumpy I was doing this. I didn't tell him I was going to come in with all lefties. I just told him I got a special lineup for this game. And I didn't even know what squad he had. He could have had the best squad in the game, all Immortals, and I would have gone up with this team. And I would have tried my best. I mean, if he would have flooded me, it is what it is. But he definitely has a grind squad team, and I respect it, man. I respect anybody out here with silvers, golds, and diamond cards in their team. He's a 67 level bronze, so he plays other games as well. He doesn't play this game nearly as much as I do, which is completely understandable. I just was trying to give him a good game in this situation, and I felt like we had a good one here. I mean, there I went with a risky pitch, a high slider up in the zone, and Gary Carter mashes lefties. I always give up a bomb to him versus lefty. And I noticed, I just can't pitch left-handed pitchers to him. But in that situation, I was trying to get the rest of the game pitched with Billy Wagner, Alex Wood, as well as Brad Hand. Those are the 3 guys that I had in there. Sometimes I throw in Aroldis Chapman, but recently I did sell him in order to pick up a couple other dudes and try them out. There, Duke Snider, I was able to get another base hit. His 3rd hit of the game, actually. And Duke Snider's an absolute machine, man. This card, lefty, righty, doesn't matter. He hits everything. Brings up Kyle Schwarber. And just missed that one, man. Kyle Schwarber, it doesn't matter, same thing. Lefty, righty, he's got a fluid swing. Anybody with a good swing in this game, I feel can hit, especially left-handed hitters. When I'm using them, I feel more confident using it lefty than I do a righty. Even lefty-lefty. Sometimes I feel more confident hitting lefty-lefty than I do righty-righty with certain guys. It just depends, especially like guys like Griffey. Obviously, there's guys like Pujols where I can hit righty-righty with him, but other guys like Cal Ripken or Mike Piazza, I struggle a little bit hitting righties with those guys. It's probably because I'm left-handed. This play was kind of crazy. Griffey's out there. He's running around in circles. I went for the ball. I thought he was going to lock onto it, But Pedro Alvarez, he served one up and he hit one out inside the park, home run. Could have easily been a home run in any other ballpark depending on the wind, but that wall is really high out there. Anyways, that brings up his pitcher spot. He pinch hits the silver Frank Thomas for the pitcher in this situation, and that's a great move. I probably should have went to the bullpen, but I was trying to use the lefties in this situation. I did have Brad Hand, and I only had Alex Wood left, so I'm trying to get as many innings as I can out of this Brad Hand, so that way I might not have to use another right-handed pitcher later in this game. He does lay down a sac bunt there. I probably would have just hit away personally, but knowing me, I would have hit into the double play. I know exactly what he's trying to do. It's a great move. Sacrifice the runner over in order to chip away at the deficit by a base hit here, scores that run. And he's got one of his best hitters up at the plate, Rhys Hoskins, who absolutely destroys fastballs on a two-strike count, and that's exactly what I threw there. Luckily got away with it. Could have easily been a 2-run home run. I figured I'd try to get it a little bit above the zone there. I missed my spot, just barely. But that brings up Stan Musial. And Stan Musial's been crazy good for me. There I showed this swing. I power swung on that curveball, knuckle curve below the zone, and somehow he made contact with it. I don't know if the PCI was on it or not. But then that swing, he was squaring it up, Stan Musial. Next pitch, I mean, he could have struck out, and then the next pitch, he's hitting a double off the wall. And it's always tough to pick up the ball off the wall in this field. I haven't played this field too many times, this Green Valley Stadium. It is a minor league field. I haven't played it too much. But when I do, it seems like the ball flies here regardless of the wind. It's not usually blowing in. I don't know. That's just could be a coincidence from how many times I've played. But here, this Justin Borkard, once again, sends one deep. And I thought that was going to go out off the top of the wall, and it bounces over. I wasn't sure at that point. I figured anything's possible with that Justin Bohr. He might as well be a diamond card. And here, Gary Carter facing another lefty. Grounds out, rolls over to shortstop. It's a big out. And I kind of skipped a few outs later on in this game. I kind of just, it started to run long. The game started to run long. Not the game itself, but the clips. Just the at-bats were long at-bats. I wanted to show actual point of contact in this situation. Didn't want to have too long of a video, but I did want you guys to see the crucial parts and the main parts. I mean, it became a great game here. Right here, he gets a base hit with Steve Pearce. I mean, it was always a great game, but I mean, it just really came down to the wire here. One swing of the bat can tie it up. I had a few runs and I just stopped hitting the ball. I mean, he shut me down for four innings in a row there. I scored in the first couple innings, but then he shut me down. I couldn't figure out his pitching after that. Wumpy's a good player, man. Here I'm just trying to get that ground ball double play. I missed my spot a little bit, throw it over the middle of the plate. Chase Utley's a good hitter, man. I don't know why. I don't know what makes him a good hitter. Maybe it's his swing. He's short to the ball. Whenever he squares one up, it's good. It's hit well. But, yeah, there I got a really strange play. I kind of froze up. He hit the ball hard. I thought it was going to be a base hit or a home run on that pitch feedback. So when he hit it, it was hit 115 miles an hour right to the second baseman. I was pressing circle. I wanted to take the sure out, and then I realized I might be able to get the double play. Got the double play. Pinch hit for the pitcher, the following at bat there. I figured, I might as well pinch hit. I'm not going to leave my pitcher in a 2-run ball game. I'll have to go to a right-handed pitcher to close this one out. That was the last lefty I had, but I wanted to use Jason Giambi there. Hadn't really used him versus lefty. I was able to get a good pitch to hit a no-doubter. Next at bat, Stan Musial, same type of thing. Slider low and away. I was kind of sitting on that pitch. But we're facing Immortal Gallo here in the 9th. Easily could start this thing off with a bang. I brought in Jose Leclerc for this situation. But he is pitching effectively in this one. He's a great pitcher. First couple pitches there, got quick 2 outs. That's huge. You don't want the first guy to get on in the inning. There I thought Justin Bohr was getting another base hit, and that's just Immortal Griffey getting to the baseball. Thank you guys for watching this video. Duke Snider actually did hit for the cycle in this one. I thought that was pretty crazy. That's going to do it for this one, guys. Thank you guys. I can't wait to play some more viewer games coming up here as well. Stay tuned for the next one, next live stream. College Lefty Gaming is out.